So I'm scrolling around Netflix, trying to figure out what the hell to watch. And last night, YouTube was just not even impressing me. And so I went back to TV because there wasn't anything on YouTube. Netflix, not a lot of stuff on Netflix, either something really, really stupid or something super, super technical or super, super educational. And those are harder to find, the super educational. So, anyways, so I was like, oh, I hear all this stuff about Gamechangers, and I'm like, I really don't want to watch it because it's all about plant-based versus meat-based, and their whole theme. I didn't even want to watch it, but I figured, okay, let me just see what the hype is. It's all about, building up your muscles and competing in sports, weightlifting, Olympics, which is everything that is not on the J Juice. And I'm watching this, and their whole premise is that you can have big muscles and look super healthy without eating meat. And their justification is that the cows and the meat eat plants, and the plants is what gives the cows all of the nutrients that the human would get through the cow or through the plant, right? Here's the difference between plant-based diets versus meat-based diets, and then you have a combination of the both, okay? There is a specific synergy, and this is one of Kevin's words that I really like because he uses it a lot. So Kevin, I'm giving you a kudos, dude. But in a meat-based diet, along with plants and vegetables and fruits and all that stuff and legumes and whatever, okay, a diverse diet. But in meat, it's a synergy. You're getting all of the fatty acids, amino acids, prohormones, and minerals in one data pack. It's not compartmentalized like it is in the plant world. In the plant world, they are separating out these nutrients. And you're not getting a lot of it, and the chemistry between all of the fatty acids, amino acids, prohormones, and the minerals have then a specific energy source, a data pack. However, we have people who are very imbalanced. And so, yeah, they're going to have certain issues when they eat so much meat. You're going to have to see people that are going to have so many issues eating just plants. Okay? But it's very easy to manipulate your hormones by depriving your body of nutrients and of specific things. Okay? It's very easy to manipulate your hormones by modifying your diet. Simply just building muscles doesn't make a person healthy, but that is the perception. Okay? Because like anything, you can have an upset of homeostasis and manipulate your body in such a way for a very short amount of time. But then the devil does take his due. When you are constantly taking, like, well, how would I say this? Well, here's somebody asking me this question, and he's in the workout world. Yes, he's bald too. And he asked me a question. Someone asked me if you could balance out your fatty acids and amino acids, prohormones, and minerals without using J Juice. Obviously not. Obviously not. Because you already have imbalances in your body, which is not allowing you to actually absorb the food supply in the way that it needs to be absorbed. You came into this world already imbalanced in your fatty acids, amino acids, prohormones, and minerals. And then when people are depriving themselves of a synergistic type of recipe, where then you induce the pain is healing process, when you deprive yourself, you are then causing more imbalances. And then you're causing now your muscular system to be the most predominant system in the body. You're now taking away the fatty acids. I mean, look at people who are so muscular, they have very little fat. You need fat. But when you have like 1 or 2% fat or whatever it is, when someone is so built up, you see the aging process in their face. Oh yeah, they have a nice chest. Oh yeah, they have a six-pack. Oh yeah, they have a nice ass for a very short amount of time. And then you go look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jack LaLanne. You look at all of the workout artists out there, the weightlifters. And so people are trying to balance out their amino acids. Oh yeah, you gotta eat this plant to get all your amino acids. Or you get this supplement from the health food store and drink all your amino acids. Oh no, you get your minerals. You take all your minerals here. Here's a mineral supplement. Here's a mineral food or whatever. Oh yeah, no, you get all your fat here. We'll just eat loads and loads of fat. So you have all of these. So you're taking supplements and foods and whatever and putting them in very like compartmentalized. So you have all your fatty acids like in one drink, and then all of your amino acids in another drink, then all your prohormones in another drink, and all your minerals in another drink, or food, or supplement, or whatever. And so they're all separate, and then you're drinking them separately, thinking that your body is going to go and do something miraculous. No, the meat, which right now we are mitigating the red meat in the beginning because people are so acid imbalanced or so full of acids that they have to release acids. So that's why we have the chicken. And so that's why we have the chicken and the eggs and the fruits and vegetables, raw seeds, raw nuts, and good oils. Though people do eat meat still on, they do eat some meat on the Jilly J's protocol. But if you already have acid imbalances, you want to kind of forego the advanced data packs and really just stop taxing your system because it's so imbalanced. Okay, and allow yourself to heal and seal so that way the J juice can heal and seal you, and then that way you can eat meat, but you don't have to, but it relative to what you're doing out there. Okay, so if you are into the workout stuff, you're into the running and the athletic stuff, which I understand, you got to heal and seal first. You got to break your body down yet again, because you already broke your body down a long time ago. And this is for you, Alexandra, because you asked the question. You already broke your body down a long time ago to get to where you are today with the nice muscles and all of that. Okay, but now you've suffered imbalances, and unless you want to now go back again to the beginning and suffer a regeneration, you're going to pass away from your specific lifestyle. So for you to actually go back to the beginning and heal and seal first, allow your body to be now 100%, and you don't have no idea what that looks like because you've lived in this world of working out and exercising and doing that. But now you have to now take it back to like a reset. You're going to lose some muscle mass, yes. You're not going to look as beautiful as you did a while ago while you're on the J juice. You're going to look like an ugly duckling. It's going to impact your market. It's like you have to kind of take yourself out of the market for a bit until you heal and seal. And then once you heal and seal, then you can start working on building up your muscles and sculpting your body, and then replenishing the minerals and healing the damage from that aggressive weightlifting and running or whatever people do when they're trying to build up muscles. So you can sculpt your body and replenish the reserves and fix the damage from the weightlifting and the running. But you can't just go right now where you're at, Alexandru, and try to balance out your fatty acid, amino acids, prohormones, and minerals with the food supply when you already have imbalances. You have malabsorption, leaky gut. You have acid imbalances. All of the lactic acid in your body from all of that working out stuff has destroyed parts of your body, but you don't see it. But you see it on a gradual basis, and that's why those pictures are up on my Facebook showing you what happens to the windows of your soul, which is your hair, skin, and nails in your face, okay, when you don't balance out your hormones correctly. Those acids eat away, and then the body has to go and steal minerals from your hair, skin, and nails, okay, to make sure that your vital organs are going and staying going until there's nothing left. Because remember, when you have leaky gut or malabsorption, the body steals from Peter to pay Paul. That's the aging process. Kevin doesn't like that whole term. So the body steals resources from other systems to go then and make up the difference in another system. But eventually, when you have more, when your malabsorption rate is faster than your ability to heal, you have now depleted your supply, and you're progressively getting worse. And look at Schwarzenegger. He is progressively getting, that's where you're headed, Alexandra. Christian stance you. Okay? That's where you're headed, is towards, you're headed towards a Jack LaLanne, and he's dead, just so you know. you're headed towards where Arnold Schwarzenegger is. And now he's going, oh, I'm a plant-based dude now. And he's aging and degrading. He's just finding another market because it's trendy. He's justifying the aging process. See, these young, youthful guys that are working out and building up their muscles and looking all cute with their six-pack and everything, they're capitalizing on their youth. But eventually, they can't fool the public anymore. And that's when they start saying and justifying it's okay to age. Now I'm going to switch from being a meat-based person to a plant-based person. And then try to promote that. And that's where the movie Gamechangers came about. Okay? Because it's like, it's just easy to go and switch from one market to the next and make a bunch of money and say, yeah, okay, I manipulated my hormones in my body by starving myself, by manipulating my hormones to then get this specific outcome. And people are like, oh my God, you're God. Oh my God, you saved my life. Oh my God, wow, they did all these tests. They did all these chemical tests on the bones. Oh, the gladiators are a great representation of bastion of health. And the gladiators are dead. They're not around anymore. So how are they a representation? Oh yeah, but they were great. They had their day in the sun. They were a flash in the pan with a limited lifespan. And that's exactly what Arnold Schwarzenegger and Gamechangers is promoting, is being a flash in the pan, being all trendy for your little minute, your little 15 minutes, and then you're done. And that's exactly what the trendy folks out there, Hollywood, as well as those that are feeding into the mainstream lemming type of diets, the fear. Okay. And so Jeju says, okay, you can still do that, but you really have to now be held accountable for your ignorance of your body, manipulating your hormones, and you have to reset your body back to square one. And then if you want to have your big muscles and your cute little pecs and your, your little case or six-pack, now you have to earn it. You slowly then rebuild your body to where you want it to be, but you keep making sure you heal the weaknesses from every single repetition you do, every single time you lift 500 pounds, 200 pounds, 20 pounds. Every single time you get on a bike and you go and hike, or you go do something that's completely like, torturous to your body, now you have to go home and heal. No different than when I go and eat a bunch of food, a lot of food, all at once, because like Thanksgiving, I drink a bunch of my J juice, okay? I reset the body. It just depends on how much of that food and the new environment that I was in because of Thanksgiving or whatever has altered me a little bit. Because remember, every single time you eat food, every single time you go into a new environment, your body adapts to the new conditions. Now, some are very, very like subtle and benign. You can't tell. Others are very extreme. When you go from like really cold to really hot or really hot to really cold, your body's trying to adjust. And some people can feel the adjustments. Others can adapt that easily without feeling any kind of symptoms. Okay. So yeah, so when you heal and seal, you can still do the weightlifting, you can still do the running and the hiking and the whatever, but you're going to live longer because you're going to know how to repair the damage from every single time you did something, because you know that running and weightlifting and hiking and climbing is not something that a human usually does to survive, well, unless to survive because you're running away from a bear or a saber-toothed tiger or I don't know, a giant. But a regular person just kind of living in our society, going to work, doing whatever, they're not going to be running away from giants and saber-toothed tigers. But when someone is an athlete, okay, and they've been trained their whole life or even half of their life, and they haven't healed and sealed from all the weaknesses that they've sustained from even being born, and they've manipulated their hormones to have big muscles or to be super skinny or to be super whatever it is, now it's gonna tax them. Now they have to repair from all of that. You can't go from, I know, Lisa, you can't go from, abusing your body for so many years, thinking that food, you thinking that food, the regular food supply and all the different diets are going to help you. Because first of all, you don't want to deal with pain. Oh yeah, you deal with pain with weightlifting, but you don't want to deal with pain actually as far as healing the weaknesses. I mean, why isn't Alexandra, why you didn't do the protocol? You've been on my Facebook for a while. Why all of a sudden now you're asking me, Well, can you do the J juice, or can you build and balance out your fatty acid, amino acids, prohormones, and minerals without doing J juice? You've been on my not my protocol, but you've been on my Facebook for such a long time. And you have that same question. You think that the food supply right now, with the way your body is going to make you balance out? They've been trying that shit for years. Do you realize that the fatty acid, amino acids, prohormones, and minerals, the breakdown of all that has been around for centuries? Hippocrates and biotech and the holistic world knows exactly what makes up the human body. Why do you think that they have all these high fat diets and all of these amino acids that they compartmentalize in vegetables or in supplements or shakes? Why do you think they have all these vitamin A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P? Why do you think they have that market there? Why do you think they have a minerals? Ooh, we have a miracle mineral solution. Oh my God, it's a drink, it's a supplement. So they all know about that. So you think that the food supply or the supplements out there are going to balance you out when it hasn't freaking happened, and people are still aging in your industry, and probably even more so and faster because people are bearing children who are that much weaker than their predecessors, and they're training their kids to lift weights, and these kids have a shorter and shorter shelf life because the parents aren't bringing anything new to the table, and the kids are now paying the price for the sins of the father. And that's literally what's going on, is that our kids right now are paying the price for the sins of the father and the mother. And then they wonder why, and then they start blaming. So I'm surprised, Alexandra, you haven't done this. But I could see that, it's very easy to stay when you think you, like, when you look at these older gentlemen that are lifting weights, yeah, they have years, and people revere these older men that you put a bag over their head, their bodies are beautiful, take the bag off, you're like, holy crap, what happened? Your body fooled me. Yeah, it's easy to build up your body and have no fat and have all these muscles, but you actually know the truth when you take the bag off the face. The face is the win. Or then people go get plastic surgery, and they go get estheticians, and they get facelifts and facials and lifts and tucks and all this stuff, and and that's deception. When you go get plastic surgery and facelifts and nips and tucks and all these different things, you're deceiving people into making them think that you're healthy. When you're doing all this yoga and sculpting your body, trying to look like these models on TV, it's like a deception, because over time, you're going to see what truly is going on the inside through the eyes, through the face, through the hair, skin, and nails. You will see the truth of truly what is going on, and the lifestyle abuse that you have put out there for all your friends and family has contributed to the degradation of society. And so some of you are going to ride that wave until the bottom falls out, until you can't justify anymore that your lifestyle is healthy. Some of you will stay deceptive until there's nothing else left for you. And then you're going to find something else. Like, oh yeah, I was wrong back then. And so that's why, I knew, my gut knew that the yoga was a bunch of BS. Definitely the hot yoga and the Bikram yoga was a bunch of BS. All of the running, the exercising, the weightlifting, all of that was another bunch of BS. And now, you have to, if you really want to heal and seal and be a very strong person, you got to sit freaking still and let the body repair itself with the right nutrition. You have to feel pain. A very strong person can handle the pain and be held accountable for the damage they've done to themselves for years and years and years. But no, we want to revere someone that runs like, a mile in like a minute. We want to revere someone that can lift and bench press like 500 pounds. Those are the wrong role models in our society. But we do revere the football players, the Olympians, the soccer players, the gymnasts that really contort their body in such torturous ways, and they pay for it down the road. But no, we give them, endorsements and contracts and advertising to get more kids snowed under the same deception. And then the shelf life becomes shorter and shorter for these people. So, all of you are going to have to face your demons, and it's going to be a personal journey. But I'm just letting you know, I know the truth. And the truth is evident in the aging and degrading population, regardless if you're a meat eater or a vegetarian. The truth is in the face. The truth is in the hair, skin, and nails. No matter how much you deceive somebody with your muscles, with your facelifts, with your plastic surgery, and your nips and tucks, and your yoga, and your chakra, playing with your chakras, no matter how much you do that, it'll be obvious when the devil, and I say this like tongue in cheek, not so much in a religious sense, but the devil does take his due when you are sacrificing your body and your kids' bodies, exploiting yourself for the almighty dollar. And that's exactly what these health enthusiasts do that are doing the vegan, vegetarian, weightlifting, sports stuff and claiming that it's healthy. If you truly only knew how destructive it is to the body, and that's why I put that picture up there to show you the years and years of lifestyle abuse. Yeah, the body looks cute based upon the perception of the society, but the face will tell you everything. So what they need to do is just put the bag over the heads of these people and say, yeah, this is the bastion of good health. But as soon as you take the bag off, you know the truth. And yeah, you can get away with facials and plastic surgery for only so long until it looks obvious. You look stretched out, nipped and tucked to death. Yeah, and these hot yoga people doing that tantric yoga and the hot yoga and the Bikram yoga, and you're doing all these crazy stretches and downward dog and upward dog and all this other stuff, leaving yourself open the way they do that, you're destroying your body and you're causing now more entities. And that's what they say, that when people do those yogas and get in these really weird contorted positions, you're allowing, they say demons, but you're causing more weaknesses to your body. And then the viruses that you're already exposed to are exploiting those weaknesses. That's what they mean by people say that yoga is satanic. In a religious sense, it's them explaining that what you do to your body by doing these crazy ass contorted positions to where you're torturing your body like they do in the Bikram hot yoga, you're leaving yourself open for all these different viruses that we're exposed to anyways, because you're weakening your systems and your organs. And then cancer, disease, chronic illness, people who are now playing with their love. And just like this Bikram yoga guy who is a predator, it triggers people wanting to procreate and taking it. Okay. And that is a perfect example. Now, I'm not saying everybody that's in yoga is going to be a rapist, but here's the thing. What is it promoting? Oh, it's promoting good health. Not when people are aging and degrading. But yes, when you're aging and degrading, guess what? You're more susceptible to go want to procreate, because guess what? The body knows it's dying. And so it wants to make sure that it mitigates against extinction. And that's where the tantric yoga comes into play. And where everyone is like, oh, we're looking so cute wearing our little yoga pants, totally see-through, showing off every single asset of the body to go and now trigger men who have no self-control. Not all men, but some men have no self-control. And then this is where you have sexual predators. And that paves the way for sexual predators. Okay? It's a chain reaction. When we are destroying our bodies, we create the predators and the prey in our society. So, this is just more of an example of what not to do as far as health and wellness. And I have yet, because it's still very early, if anything, Kevin would be the epitome of someone on jade juice and building up his body. I hope that Kevin gets himself to the point where he heals 100% and heals 100% and seals 100%. And then he works on building up his muscles to show that, yes, you can have great muscles and look amazing, but you have to go through the fire first. When you're born in our society, you're already born with major weaknesses, major imbalances. And then someone's saying, okay, now go and manipulate your muscles and do judo and do weightlifting, do all this stuff. And now the kid is just really looking, like an alien in a lot of ways. Good morning, Susan. And then they never fix the weaknesses. And then they get a hold of the J juice and they hear about it. Now they have to go take themselves back to square one, which they should have done back when they were a kid. But the parents didn't know any better because they were never taught this. So now you guys have access to the information, and Kevin could be the first guy that actually could build up his body in a healthy way and repair the damage from that torturous type of practice, which is weightlifting, running, and all. I don't think he's going to run crazy. I mean, I think he's probably going to do some kind of like, you know, repetitions with weights to give him a little bit of, you know, definition. Because yeah, for a guy in our society to compete to get the cute girl, you got to look relatively built and strong and virile, you know. So it's like we still have those perceptions that we have to cater to, but you don't have to die in the name of looking cute. Okay, so if everybody knows who Kevin is, which people do, and he is healed and sealed, and he's building up his body down the road, or maybe a little bit now, but not too much because you don't want to undermine, he can be the example of somebody that can sculpt their body to a certain balance, but not overdo it. And then, you know, then hey, he could create a program for people to do that. So that way you don't destroy your clientele. Because people who are trainers out there are destroying their clients because they already have major imbalances. And now you're just compounding that. And that's all. I mean, if you don't see it as a detriment because of our society, we're so used to dying in our society. So it doesn't matter if you're expecting to die, it won't matter what the hell you're going to do. You could build up your muscles, let them go down, be skinny, be fat, be whatever. Play your discrimination games, your diet games. But if you expect to die, it won't matter what the hell you do. Whether you're a vegetarian, whether you're a meat person, carnivore, whether you're, you know, political or not, if you expect to die, it's not going to matter what you do. So now we are putting something else out there. If you want to live indefinitely, you have to now break your body down with the J juice, deal with the pain, heal and seal, and then build your body back up with the right way. Because nobody wants to die. Nobody does, obviously. But some of you are going to wait until the bottom falls out, and then by that time it'll be too late. So hopefully you guys, you know, if you do wait till the bottom falls out, then you have some kind of cushion, a backup plan to get you through. And the healing process could be, you know, as little as 6 months to a year, for as long as a couple years. And some of you don't have the wherewithal and the stamina. You're going to get frustrated after even a month. Be like, screw this. I'd rather just go out with a bang. And you'll justify. And then, yeah, you'll do whatever. You won't care. You'll eat. You'll try to do a little bit of J juice, but you'll eat a bunch of your stuff and whatever. And you'll treat J juice as if it's a remedy. You won't treat it as if it was actually something building your body up. And so then your lifestyle and your belief system is going to actually undermine any good that little bit of J juice that you use as a remedy. It's going to undermine the potential for that, for you actually potentially tapping into indefinite life, reversing the aging process. So anyways, yeah. So good luck, you guys. You guys have your work cut out for you. I'm going on my 4th year. It was 3 years in October, and I went through hell. You all are going to have to go through your own hell. Not all of you are strong enough. I would say probably half of you are not going to make it, because I know your background, I know your politics, and I know how much you revere your lifestyle over actually healing. So, you know, this is what I say right now is a lot more of entertainment to a lot of you, but some of you will take me seriously and you will put the time in. And some of you are just going to laugh behind your hands and watch me because I'm entertaining. But who gets the last laugh? That those that actually live through everything. All right, bye.